After a long, exhausting journey from Nairobi, a weary man finally arrived at the coast late at night. Dusty and drained, he flagged down a boda rider and asked for directions to a decent, quiet place to stay. "I know a spot," the rider said with a grin. "Cheap, cold beer, good music. Locals call it the seaside." Too tired to argue, the man agreed. Minutes later, he found himself standing in front of a flickering neon motel sign. Music floated from a small bar tucked beneath the building, its glow warm and inviting. He checked in quickly, tossed his duffel into the room upstairs, and headed straight to the bar for a drink. The bar buzzed with old Swahili classics, laughter, and the subtle perfume of beautiful women, many of mixed heritage. He ordered a cocktail, sat at the counter, and traced his fingers over the ring on his hand. A sigh escaped him. His wife and kids were far away, back home, probably asleep. He took another sip, then he saw her. Descending the staircase in a slow, deliberate glide was a woman unlike any he had ever seen. Stunning, radiant, almost unreal. Their eyes locked and the room seemed to fall away. She walked directly toward him, slid onto the stool beside him, and ordered a drink without breaking their gaze. "You're new here," she said, her voice like velvet. He nodded, unsure why he was nervous. "Just passing through." She laughed softly, leaned closer. They talked for hours. Her charm was intoxicating, her eyes deep as the ocean just outside. Though he tried to stay guarded, there was something ancient and magnetic about her, something that didn't care he was married. Eventually, he stood to leave. She raised an eyebrow. "And leave your guest behind?" Or hesitated. "You're welcome to join me if you want." They went up together, laughing, still sipping from small bottles of coastal liquor. The air in the room turned heavy with smoke and subtle seduction. He changed into his vest and shorts and climbed into bed, offering a polite smile. "Could you get the lights? Switches by the door." What happened next shattered everything. She didn't walk to the door. Instead, she leaned backward, her arms stretching across the room in a grotesque, unnatural motion, and flicked the switch. Click. Darkness. Only moonlight now. He froze in terror. Her face had changed. No longer the radiant beauty, but a decayed, sunken corpse. Hollow eyes stared back. He screamed. The sound tore through the building, loud enough to wake the dead. Music downstairs stopped. Chairs scraped. Footsteps thundered up the stairs. In the chaos, she darted for the window. "No, don't!" he cried, lunging after her. She jumped. 5 floors down, he expected a splatter. But when he peered out the window, what he saw would haunt him forever. She had landed on her feet. They were hooves. She turned once toward the building, her face flickering between beauty and beast, then vanished into the coastal night. Moments later, fists banged on his door. When he opened it, he was shaking and drenched in sweat. The bar owner, guests, and the bartender crowded in. She was a djinn," he stammered. Her arms stretched. She jumped. She landed. Like an animal. The bartender raised an eyebrow. "You were alone, brother, talking and laughing to yourself the whole night." Another guest stepped forward. "You're married, aren't you?" He nodded slowly. Djinn love married men, especially lonely travelers. The man looked down at his wedding ring, trembling. The shine of the moon caught on its edge. They had warned him. Djinn were real in Mombasa. Now he knew.